Why, Joe!" he exclaimed, starting. "I thought it was an enemy." "Yes, there he is," I said, with a shudder, and I pointed up among the branches. The black, who was the doctor's fellow watcher, had seen me approach, and following with his eyes the direction pointed to by my hand, he too looked up into the tree, where, glistening in the firelight, there was the reptile swinging slowly to and fro with a pendulum-like motion. In spite of the horror inspired by such a creature, free and within a few yards of where I was standing, I could not help noticing the beauty of the scales, which shone in the firelight as if of burnished bronze. But I had little time for examination. One moment I was noting the head and curved neck of the reptile, the next there was a sharp twanging noise, and I saw the serpent's head jerk upwards. Then what seemed to be a mass of thick rope fell near the fire. There was a tremendous lashing and tossing about, and when the doctor and I approached the spot cautiously with our guns, it was to find that the reptile had glided off into the forest depths. "A good shot for a bow and arrow," said the doctor, turning to our black companion, who smiled complacently, our manner plainly showing him that we were admiring his skill. "You are getting a poor night's rest, Joe," said the doctor, smiling. "Now go and lie down again." "It's of no use," I said fretfully. "I can't sleep, and I only lie thinking about home and him. I shall stay and watch." The doctor protested, but finding at last that I was unwilling to lie down again, he said: "Well, I am quite different, for I am so tired that I cannot keep awake. I will go and lie down if you promise to come and wake me up as soon as you are drowsy. Mind and keep up a good blaze." I replied that he might be sure of that. "Don't fire unnecessarily," he continued. "If any wild animal comes near, a piece of burning wood will scare it away at once." "As it did that great cat," I said. "Did you see then?" he said. "I have not been asleep for a minute," I replied. "What was it? A tiger?" "Tiger! No, my lad," he said laughing. "I don't think we shall see any tigers here. There, I shall yawn my head off if I stop here talking. Good night." He walked to the shelter, and I went and sat down next to our black companion, who smiled a welcome, and thinking this a favourable opportunity, I set to work to try and increase my knowledge of the language, by lifting up different objects and making the black give me their native name, which I tried to imitate as well as I could. He was very intelligent, grasping my meaning at once, and repeating the words again and again till I was nearly perfect, when he laughed with childlike pleasure. The time passed so quickly in this occupation that I was quite startled by hearing a wild resonant cry that seemed to echo through the forest arcades. Then there was a succession of piercing screams, followed by loud whistling and muttering. A monkey started a chattering noise, which was answered from a distance with 100-fold power, and looking about me I found that the day was breaking and the night watch at an end. The change from night to morning is very rapid near the equator, and soon the sun was making bright and attractive places that had looked awful and full of hidden dangers in the night, while in place of the depression produced by the darkness, I felt eager sensations and desires springing up within my heart, and a strong inclination to get forward once more upon our journey. We made a very hearty meal before the sun was much above the horizon. Our simple packing was soon done, and we were not long before we were well on the road of discovery. I expected to be very tired and sleepy, but to my surprise I did not feel in the least the worse for my restless night, and we trudged along pretty swiftly when the land was open, slowly and toilsomely when tangled growth obstructed our way. I was too much occupied with thoughts of my father to pay much heed to the fruits and flowers that we came upon in many spots. Besides, I was on before with Jack Penny, and Gyp in front of us, very intelligently leading the way. There was, I knew, always the chance of meeting some danger, and on this account we kept a very sharp look out ahead, till suddenly we were stopped by a strange noise, as of water being struck a succession of heavy blows, and as Gyp set up his ears, threw back his nose, and uttered a low whimper, there was the click, click of gunlocks, and everyone prepared for some coming danger, the blacks remaining quiet, looking wonderingly at our strange proceedings. The sound ceased as suddenly as it had begun, and though we listened intently we heard it no more for that time, so we continued our journey with everyone thoroughly on the alert. End of chapter 12. How watch was kept by night.